Introducing Sarah, a 23-year-old veterinary student whose heart beats for every furry and feathered friend, driven by an unwavering passion that ignites her soul. From the moment she was a little girl, a burning passion ignited within her. A dream to devote her life to the care of animals, a calling that would shape her very existence. Yet, as we all understand, those student loans certainly won't settle themselves, and life has a knack for unleashing unforeseen costs at the most inopportune moments. In the heart of Charlotte, North Carolina, Sarah found herself navigating the complexities of life with her mother. Driven by necessity, she resolved to take on a weekend job, a choice that would intertwine their fates in unexpected ways. And where did she ultimately find herself? Amidst the vibrant chaos of her Uncle Joe's fruit stand, nestled in the heart of the local farmer's market. Each Saturday, she forces herself from the warmth of her bed long before dawn breaks, exchanging the comfort of her textbooks for the weight of crates filled with vibrant apples and oranges. But listen, sometimes a girl must take matters into her own hands. Indeed, Uncle Joe is truly a remarkable character, full of surprises. This man possesses an uncanny ability to recall each regular customer's name, along with their unique and often peculiar preferences, creating an atmosphere thick with familiarity and intrigue. Mrs. Henderson has a preference for her peaches to be firm, he will declare. However, Mr. Johnson has a preference for them to have a touch of flexibility. Sarah may struggle to remember names, but she possesses an uncanny ability to recount the intricate tales of every dog that passes her by. She is acutely aware of Mrs. Connolly's golden retriever, Max, who can't resist the allure of a good belly rub, and the infamous shoe chewer, Winston, Mr. Henderson's pug, whose antics keep everyone on their toes. Now, let's delve into the enigma that is Uncle Joe. Though he may have crossed into his 50s, this man possesses a vitality that defies age. He insists that lifting those burdensome fruit crates is his hidden regimen for staying fit. In a moment thick with tension, Sarah finds herself drawn to his words, believing him completely. The farmer's market pulses with a vibrant tapestry of personalities and untold stories, each moment brimming with potential and intrigue. There stands the old lady, her eyes narrowing as she meticulously negotiates the price of plums, each word laced with a hint of determination. The young couple, their hearts full of hope, purchases an abundance of avocados, enough to sustain them for an entire month. And naturally, the man consumed by an unrelenting quest for the ultimate ripe banana. Sarah harbors a hidden delight in his weekly banana quest, finding it both entertaining and oddly captivating. There are undeniable advantages to working at the fruit stand. Sarah, a striking young woman, consistently puts forth her utmost effort to present herself beautifully, even in the most relaxed of environments. Uncle Joe can't resist poking fun at her, dubbing her the fruit stand fashionista and insisting that her presence is the secret behind their ever-increasing sales. Truth be told, he has a point that can't be easily dismissed. A group of guys hovers nearby, their eyes darting towards Sarah, each one hoping to capture her attention and perhaps win a chance at a date. Many of them certainly are. And then there are the guys armed with their cringeworthy pickup lines, ready to make an impression. You know, the ones where you engage with fruit, yet, among them all, you shine the brightest. Or the ones that seem utterly absurd. Incredible. The fresh fruit on display was truly a feast for the senses. Ripe, vibrant, and bursting with flavor. I'm caught in a whirlwind of emotions, torn between laughter and exasperation. Typically, I respond with a sharp-witted quip and carry on. My Uncle Joe, a figure shrouded in mystery and intrigue. He stands there, eyes fixed, shaking his head in disbelief. Truth be told, the farmer's market job barely scratches the surface of my tuition costs. Yet it keeps me from sinking into financial despair. To my astonishment, I've come to find a strange pleasure in the whirlwind of my daily chaos. The aroma of fresh fruit in the early morning carries an enchanting allure, awakening the senses and stirring the heart with anticipation. After a grueling Saturday, I return home utterly drained, yet a flicker of joy lingers within me. There's an undeniable thrill in the struggle of hard work and the intricate dance of human interaction. It deepens my appreciation for the peculiarities of life. It's as if I'm gearing up for the lives of my future patients, but this time, they have 4 legs. Thus, here I am, Sarah, the hopeful veterinarian, balancing dreams with the hustle of a weekend fruit stand, pursuing my dreams with relentless determination, no matter the cost. Venturing out wasn't really my thing. With college looming on the horizon, every dollar counted. I sacrificed countless outings, determined to stretch my budget as far as it could go, navigating the familiar streets of my neighborhood with a sense of purpose. I earned a reputation for stepping in during critical moments when a beloved pet fell ill, whether it was delivering shots, providing medication, or offering essential care. I was the one everyone turned to. This also provided me with a chance to earn some extra money, as many of my neighbors found themselves unable to afford a visit to the vet. Though I was still training in veterinary care, I offered compassionate support to those who needed guidance in tending to their beloved pets. One evening, after a grueling day at school, I returned home utterly exhausted. The hour was growing late, shadows creeping in as the night deepened. After a long day, I stepped into the shower, letting the water wash away the weight of the world. Once I was done, I slipped into my soft pajamas, feeling the fabric embrace me like a comforting hug. Finally, I sank onto the couch, exhaustion pulling me into its depths. As the night settled in, a sudden knock at the door broke the silence. A familiar voice called out, filled with urgency, pulling me from my thoughts. With a thunderous roar, I cautiously leaned closer to the window, my heart racing as I caught sight of Mr. Walter outside, an endearing, elderly gentleman from just around the corner. At the age of 64, he finds himself in the solitude of his own company. My mom, deeply ensconced in her slumber, courtesy of what she affectionately refers to as her sleeping potion, remained utterly oblivious to the world around her. With a heart racing in anticipation, I cautiously stepped outside, eager to uncover the unfolding mystery. Mr. Walter resided in solitude, a widower, forever shadowed by his loyal companion, Bella. An aging dog with a heartwarming spirit brought a bittersweet presence to his life. Yet the weight of her years was beginning to bear down on her. That night, as I gazed out into the darkness, the sight of Mr. Walter sent a chill down my spine. It was evident that something was amiss. He appeared desperate, his hands waving wildly as he implored me to step outside. His face bore a deep-seated worry that sent chills down my spine, a look I had never encountered until now. I rushed forward, my mind a whirlwind of thoughts unprocessed. I dashed out into the night, my pajamas clinging to me, oblivious to the world around me. As I approached him, his voice quivered with urgency as he revealed that Bella was gravely ill. Bella lay weakly on the ground, struggling to regain her strength, her eyes searching for comfort and relief. His desperation hung in the air, thick and suffocating, as he implored me to save her. Anxiety coursed through me, yet I understood that each fleeting moment held immense weight in circumstances such as these. With a sense of urgency, I clutched my small first aid kit for pets and trailed behind him to his house. My heart pounded in my chest, urgency gripping me as I fought to concentrate, fully aware that Bella's fate hung in the balance. As we stepped inside, my heart raced at the sight of Bella, her body eerily still on the floor by the living room. She appeared utterly delicate. Without hesitation, I took her temperature and discovered she was running a fever. I meticulously prepared an injection of pain relievers and anti-inflammatories, my heart racing with the hope that it would alleviate her suffering, even just a little. Given her troubling symptoms, a sense of unease washed over me as I began to suspect she was grappling with a serious infection. I urgently conveyed to Mr. Walter that Bella required immediate care at an animal clinic. She faced a daunting journey ahead, requiring tests to uncover the hidden cause of her distress, and the possibility of hospitalization loomed ominously over her. But then he unleashed a shocking revelation. With a quiver in his voice and tears brimming in his eyes, he confessed that the treatment was beyond his means. He had recently faced a devastating financial setback, one that had shaken his sense of security and left him struggling to rebuild. His voice trembled, laden with the weight of despair as he recounted the depths of his helplessness. With a tremor in his voice, Mr. Walter implored me to do everything in my power to save Bella, expressing his unwavering trust in me. His concern was so deeply felt that I found it impossible to send him away. I promised him that I would begin Bella on an injectable antibiotic treatment, one that would take effect swiftly and powerfully. I conveyed that the treatment would require patience, but I vowed to come to his home each day to deliver the shots until Bella was back on her feet. I was determined to offer her every opportunity, no matter the obstacles that lay ahead. From that day forward, my life spiraled into an even more frantic pace. Once my college classes concluded, I would rush to Mr. Walter's house, my heart racing with anticipation to care for Bella. My days were overflowing with intensity, engaging in my studies, caring for the beloved pets in the neighborhood, laboring at the bustling market, and now, stepping in to assist Bella. The fatigue weighed heavily on me, yet deep down, I felt the undeniable impact I was having on their lives. I kept the treatment cost low, fully aware of Mr. Walter's difficult financial situation. Yet, he remained steadfast in his commitment to express his gratitude through small, yet profoundly significant gestures. Each time I stepped through the door, he would extend a warm invitation, presenting me with a steaming cup of coffee or a tempting piece of chocolate, a gesture that lingered in the air, rich with unspoken meaning. Those seemingly ordinary gestures stirred something profound within me. In that moment, they became his silent expression of gratitude, transforming every ounce of effort into something profoundly meaningful. Bella began to show signs of improvement with the treatment, a moment that brought a wave of relief. As the days unfolded, an unbreakable connection blossomed between Bella and Mr. Walter, weaving their lives together in a tapestry of shared moments and unspoken understanding. Each day spent with them transformed into something far deeper than a mere obligation. It resonated deeply within me, marking a significant chapter of my existence. Mr. Walter's warm and caring nature radiated, and our conversations often unfolded as I attended to Bella, creating moments filled with connection and depth. With every fleeting moment, our bond deepened, drawing us into an intricate dance of connection and longing. He always seemed to have a little surprise waiting for me, a freshly baked cookie, a delicate flower plucked from his garden, or simply a heartfelt word of gratitude that lingered in the air. His gestures, though subtle, stirred a deep sense of appreciation within me. One fateful evening, amidst the shadows of my visit, an unforeseen event unfolded. As I knelt down to administer Bella's injection, a sudden jolt caused me to topple a nearby table lamp, the shattering sound echoing in the tense silence. As I bent closer to administer Bella's injection, an unexpected calamity unfolded. In a shocking twist, my pants tore at the back, leaving me utterly vulnerable. I stood still, my heart racing, overwhelmed with a deep sense of embarrassment, because the tear was anything but small. And my underwear, well, it certainly sparked curiosity and intrigue. It was as if I were draped in doll-sized lingerie, and in that moment, an overwhelming sense of vulnerability washed over me. Mr. Walter, positioned just behind me, remained silent initially, his surprise palpable as he absorbed the unfolding situation. His gaze pierced through the air, an unmistakable presence that sent a shiver down my spine. Indeed, it encompasses all aspects. Panic surged through me as uncertainty clouded my mind. Overwhelmed by a surge of anxiety, I sprang to my feet, desperately attempting to shield myself, my cheeks aflame with humiliation. As I felt the weight of my discomfort, Mr. Walter, with a swift and unwavering gesture, extended a pair of his shorts to me, his kindness cutting through the tension like a knife. I acquiesced, expressing my gratitude, and slipped them on over my torn pants, yearning for even the slightest sense of concealment. Yet, the weight of shame etched itself unmistakably across my features. Just as I was about to step away, an unexpected presence seized my focus. Through the fabric of his pants, it was unmistakably evident that he was experiencing a heightened state of arousal. The outline was unmistakable, drawing attention to his leg, a desperate attempt to lift the heavy atmosphere. He attempted a clumsy joke, remarking, "Well, it's quite a lot to manage in there, isn't it?" Uncertainty gripped me, leaving me at a loss for words. His awkward attempt at humor, though unsettling, managed to pierce the heavy silence just a bit. I plastered on a strained smile, collected my belongings, and stepped away, the haunting scene echoing in my thoughts. As I made my way home, the haunting memory of his reaction clung to me, his gaze lingering with an intensity that sent shivers down my spine, and the unmistakable thrill he struggled to conceal pulsed in the air around us. Felt like a dream, and my mind was consumed by it. I attempted to dismiss the haunting events of that night. A swirl of embarrassment and confusion enveloped me, yet I clung to the thought that Mr. Walter's intentions were not malicious. Yet, the weight of his lingering gaze enveloped me, stirring a profound sense that an unspoken change had taken root between us. Before we dive deeper into the unfolding tale, allow me a moment to pause and urge you. Please, take a moment to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. You won't want to miss the thrilling stories that lie ahead. A few days later, as I approached Mr. Walter's house, an unexpected warmth enveloped me as he welcomed me inside. This time, he presented me with the payment for Bella's weekly treatment, accompanied by a bouquet of flowers that seemed to carry unspoken words. He expressed that it was the bare minimum he could offer to show his gratitude for my unwavering care and commitment. That simple gesture took me by surprise. A warmth surged within me, a blend of gratitude and an elusive feeling I couldn't fully grasp. It was as if we were weaving a tapestry of emotions, each thread intertwining to create a bond that deepened and intensified with every fleeting moment. From that moment, I began to observe the unsettling transformation in Mr. Walter's demeanor. His gazes deepened, charged with an undeniable intensity, and a flicker of longing danced in his eyes, no longer concealed with the same effort. On an unexpected day, he caught me off guard with yet another gift. As I peeled back the layers of the package, anticipation surged within me, revealing a pair of workout leggings that clung to the contours of my body, promising both comfort and flexibility. With a playful chuckle, he remarked, "This one really stretches. There is no chance of it ripping apart." A wave of surprise washed over me, yet I found myself unable to suppress a laugh at his remark, despite a flicker of self-consciousness creeping in. I attempted to mask my unease with a smile, convincing myself that it was merely a jest. He urged me to slip into the leggings right then and there, and despite my initial reluctance to wait until I got home, his insistence was hard to ignore. Drawn into the electrifying and escalating tension that crackled between us, I chose to surrender to his allure. As I stepped into the bathroom, a wave of anticipation washed over me. I quickly changed, the air thick with unspoken tension. Upon my return, his eyes grew wide, filled with a mix of astonishment and intrigue. His expression revealed a world of unspoken turmoil. The air between us crackled with intensity, a tantalizing blend of intrigue and allure. My typical shyness evaporated, giving way to a rush of curiosity and excitement. The intensity of his gaze, as if I were the sole focus of his world, ignited a deep yearning within me, a thrilling urge to explore the possibilities that lay ahead. Mr. Walter possessed a captivating allure that drew people in. The intensity in his gaze spoke volumes, hinting at a desire that could ignite the air between us. I found myself captivated, my mind racing with the possibilities of what it would be like to share those fleeting moments together. As the sun set on the last day of Bella's treatment, I felt a surge of uncertainty and anticipation, ready to plunge into the unknown. I was eager to discover the limits of Mr. Walter's resolve, to see if he would stand firm or retreat in the face of challenge. I devised a careful yet intentional challenge to test the limits. As the sun dipped low in the sky that afternoon, I quietly entered the restroom, my heart racing as I prepared to change. I exchanged my everyday attire for something far bolder, igniting a thrill within me. A sleek, form-fitting top that leaves nothing to the imagination, paired with a daringly short skirt that offers the same bold allure beneath. In an effort to blend into the shadows, I slipped on a jacket as I boarded the bus, my heart racing with the thrill of the unknown. Yet, the moment I stepped into Mr. Walters, I shed it away, unveiling my daring ensemble. As I summoned him to the gate, his gaze fell upon my outfit with an intensity that sent a shiver down my spine. With a mischievous smile, he inquired, "Are you off to a party tonight?" I returned the smile, weaving a light-hearted tale about celebrating a classmate's birthday earlier that day. I stepped inside, my heart racing, and administered Bella's final injection. Mr. Walter then leaned in, his voice low and filled with a weighty significance, and remarked that since this was my last visit, he wanted to present me with a parting gift that would linger in my memory. As he passed me the bottle of wine, a spark ignited within me, revealing an opportunity to elevate the tension between us. With a gentle smile, I proposed, "How about we raise a few glasses in honor of Bella's remarkable recovery?" For a fleeting instant, his expression shifted to one of disbelief, as if the weight of my words had momentarily thrown him into uncertainty. But then, a wide grin broke across his face, and with a spark of excitement, he beckoned me inside, promising to fetch some glasses. The air was thick with an electrifying tension, a palpable sense of what was to come. The atmosphere in the room crackled with tension as he returned, wine glasses in hand. I settled onto the couch, adopting a relaxed yet subtly enticing posture that hinted at an underlying tension. It struck me how he had meticulously chosen a captivating cologne, as if he were gearing up for an extraordinary evening filled with unspoken anticipation. With each sip of wine, the atmosphere thickened, our playful banter igniting a spark, his compliments daringly deepening with every glass we shared. His tone was thick with longing, and I found myself drawn in, responding with gentle smiles and delicate movements, silently conveying the impact his words had on me. The air crackled with an intensity that was almost palpable, laden with the weight of our unvoiced emotions, each heartbeat echoing the truth we dared not speak. As we neared the end of the bottle, the air crackled with intensity, ignited by the rich warmth of the wine and the undeniable connection that simmered between us. He leaned in, his demeanor transforming into a weighty seriousness, laced with an undercurrent of anxiety. Then he leaned closer, his voice barely above a whisper, and said, "Sarah, I have to confess something. That fateful day when your pants tore apart right before my eyes, it lingered in my mind, haunting me relentlessly. The night stretched on endlessly, with sleep eluding me completely. I found myself in a position where I had to prioritize my own well-being. And you were the cause of it all." His words struck me like a bolt from the blue, yet the intensity in his gaze was unmistakable, leaving no space for uncertainty. His desire burned fiercely, an unquenchable force that could not be ignored. The tension hung in the air, a palpable force that drew me in, leaving me breathless with the uncertainty of what was to come. My eyes fell downward, and there it was, his arousal unmistakably heightened, drawing my attention like a magnet. With a surge of courage coursing through me, I locked eyes with him and whispered, "Do you desire me?" My words emerged as a teasing provocation, and I noticed his demeanor shift. His eyes deepened with intensity, and the atmosphere surrounding us thickened with palpable tension. He paused, the air thick with anticipation, before the tension shattered. I rose to my feet, placing myself directly in front of him while he remained seated on the couch. With a swift motion, I allowed my top to slip down just enough, revealing more of myself to him, the air thick with unspoken tension. His response was instant, and he drew closer, his lips tracing over mine with an intensity that ignited a thrill deep within me. As I knelt closer, a tension filled the air, and he slowly began to undress, drawing my hands toward him with an intensity that left my heart racing. He leaned closer, his voice a hushed invitation, urging her to indulge, to relish every moment. The fervor in his voice sent a thrill through me, and as I leaned closer, I surrendered to the electric atmosphere, fully enveloped in the bond we were forging. The remainder of the night spiraled into an intense storm of longing and revelation, as we surrendered to the desires that had quietly consumed us for weeks. He guided me to his bedroom, his touch tender as he laid me down on the bed, his voice a soothing whisper filled with warmth. He leaned in close, his voice barely above a whisper, declaring that I was a precious treasure to him. He promised to cherish me with every ounce of his being, as if the weight of the world rested on his words. As he drew closer, his lips traced a path across my skin, igniting a wave of shivers that coursed through me, leaving me breathless and yearning for more. As his lips grazed my ear, he murmured, "I long to experience you, every part of you." The intensity of his words ignited a surge within me, and I breathed softly that my desire for him mirrored his own. In that moment, he seized me with a fervor that seemed to have been simmering for weeks, perhaps even months, the way he advanced. From the very first moment our eyes met, it was evident that a deep yearning had taken root within him. He remained by my side, igniting a fervor within me that rendered me breathless. As the intensity surged between us, he hesitated, his voice thick with tension as he inquired, "Can I release this burden? May I offer you every part of my being?" I clutched him tightly, pleading for him to hold on just a moment more, relishing each heartbeat of our bond. But then I leaned closer, my voice barely a breath as I urged him for more. I revealed my deepest wishes, and in that moment, his longing intensified, igniting an undeniable tension between us. He flipped me onto my stomach, his movements growing more fervent as he poured every ounce of himself into the moment. At last, his control shattered, and he yielded entirely, his essence flooding into me, leaving me soaked in the remnants of our entwined fervor. Afterward, we lingered in that moment, his arms encircling me as if he feared the world would pull us apart. Time seemed to freeze as we both gasped for air, suspended in the charged silence of our shared connection. As we finally rose, the air was thick with unspoken words. We stepped into the shower, where the warmth enveloped us, and our laughter danced like whispers in the steam. Each tender glance held a promise, a fleeting moment before I turned to leave, my heart heavy with the weight of what lingered between us. A subtle ache coursed through my body, a haunting reminder of the overwhelming intensity that had unfolded. I was taken aback by the intensity he brought. It caught me completely off guard. That night unfolded into an unforgettable escapade. In the aftermath, our exchanges transformed into a veneer of civility, mere polite nods and fleeting hellos, concealing the deeper currents beneath the surface, yet remaining just that, nothing more. Yet, I can't dismiss the chance of reigniting that fervor in the future, should the right moment present itself. At this moment, my attention is solely on my studies, while I continue to toil at the farmer's market, waiting for a more promising opportunity to emerge. Juggling my responsibilities alongside my personal life has emerged as my foremost concern. Yet that escapade with Mr. Walter? It remains indelibly marked in my mind, each detail sharp and alive, as though it unfolded only moments ago. And who can say what lies ahead? Perhaps one day, I will encounter another older man, one who possesses the same captivating charm and intense passion as Mr. Walter. For now, this tale reaches its conclusion. If you found this captivating, be sure to click the video above for more thrilling tales like this one. As always, show your support for this video with a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel to ensure you don't miss the next captivating story.